I would like to give a special nail addict shout out to Tia Valick, Sammy the Goat, Tracy's Nail World, and Kiki Beauty for being the first four to comment on my last video. Thank you guys so much. Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So I'm uploading a little late, but I'm here, and I'm coming back in with Your Sugar Polygel, and I didn't get to use the pink or the clear last time, so I'm going to incorporate these two in my set today. I'm also going to be encapsulating some of these 4-pointed stars, some of these fine glitters as well, and then these hot pink fine glitters as well. Also going to be using some of the pink like maple leaves out of this glitter set here, and I just wanted to do a really cute like clear fall nail set, and also just put that Your Sugar Polygel the clear to the test just to see exactly how clear it is. So I'm using my same tips off Amazon. I cut them down just a bit. I did do full prep off camera. Right now I am going in with my base gel over the nail, and so again, it's an encapsulation set. Again, y'all know I love clear crystal nails, so I decided to do it with the clear from Your Sugar, the company Your Sugar. So I did recently do a video where I was sent some PR and I unboxed a few of their products, which was Polygel for you guys, and I did a really cute fall set, like a green plaid fall set. If you have not checked that video out, check it out. That nail set was super cute. And so of course I'm doing my opposing hand, so today I'm using my non-dominant hand to do the nail set. And when I do that, everything looks a little weird, but it is what it is. So I'm starting it on my middle finger. I applied the base gel, left it wet. I'm using those darker pink glitters first, just scattering them out throughout the nail. And then I'm going to take some of the hot pink ones as well, scatter those out onto the nail set as well. So this week for me has been pretty great. I can say like I'm in a better spirit. I'm in a better place. I've been very productive with work. Like the week has been really good to me. I must say, like it's like the first week in a while where I can say I'm feeling okay. I'm going in and putting in those 4-pointed stars. So keep in mind, you want to put enough base gel so that whatever you're trying to encapsulate absolutely does, you know, the job and does what you want it to do. So for this middle finger, I'm doing an ombre. So that's why you see me applying all of the glitters at the top portion of this nail, because I would like to, you know, essentially fade up into those glitters doing an ombre. And I like to be different with like my fall sets and my like Christmas sets y'all will see. Like, so something that's traditionally like for Christmas, for instance, something that's typically like red, green, and white, I'm gonna twist those colors around and I'm gonna put some pink, blues, you know, whatever in there just to give it a bit of a pop, make it a little different. I mean, of course you'll still get that Christmas vibe, but just not so typical, you know what I'm saying? I like to switch up the colors. So for this one, I wanted to do like to keep it in the fall, but like give it a pop of color. So I decided to do some fall pink clear nails. I'm adding in those maple leaves where I see fit, and then once I get all of the glitters set exactly where I want them, I am going to do a full 30-second cure in my lip. So I'm going in with the pink polygel, and so this pink was a bit transparent, which I didn't know, because when you're looking at the pictures on the website and things like that, I guess it does kind of look transparent, but it's like a little bit of a more solid pink. So I'm doing my, well, this is also going to be an ombre, but I wanted the tip to be that pink just to kind of see how the color looks and everything. So I applied it from where the tip and the natural nail meet up to the free edge. I am going in with my polygel brush and using my 91% alcohol to go ahead and maneuver and glide the polygel. So with polygel, you want to do a patting motion. Everything should flow very nicely. You don't want to pull it. So you see it looks like I was pulling there. I wasn't actually. I'm just smoothing it. So there's a difference between pulling and smoothing. So once everything is pretty much onto the nail, like pretty even, and you've patted it well, then you can do somewhat of a what looks like a dragging motion. But again, I'm using very minimal pressure here, and I'm just kind of like smoothing everything out. Important when you're doing polygel, you want to make sure before you cure it that you are smoothing everything out. It just helps you in the end with your filing, because there will be minimal to none, if any, filing for you to do once you have completed the application. So again, very important, you want to look at the nail from all sides. The side view is going to be your best when determining whether or not you have your lumps and bumps out of the nail. And then once it's to your liking, you do want to go ahead and set it in place by giving it a cure. I recommend you do 60. I always do 30 seconds, but again, I just recommend 60 because that's what you should do. But my nail lamp works really well, and 30 seconds does the trick for me. So I'm going in on that same finger towards the nail bed area and applying some base gel, because I'm going to apply all of those same glitters down into the nail bed area and kind of just blend it up into an ombre on this one. So it's like kind of like a reverse ombre on this finger, and I love how it came out. So I'm just going to apply all of the different glitters onto this and give it a 30-second cure. So now I'm going in on my ring finger, applying the base gel again, and I am using the base gel from Your Sugar. So they sent me over 3 polygels and a base gel and a top coat, and I will be using the base coat and the top coat in this one. I didn't use the top coat in the last one because it's a shiny top coat, and the last set I did was a matte top coat. A matte set. So we'll get to see how that top coat works in this one. But again, I'm just going in with all of the different glitters on this finger. This finger will be a full finger of the different glitters encapsulated. So I'm just placing them where I see fit. Once I've gotten this nail exactly how I want, I'm going to go ahead and give that a 30-second cure in my lamp. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And as always, thank you to anyone that does take your time to watch my videos. It's greatly appreciated. But remember, when you come to the video, it would help me if you would leave a like on the video. You can comment as well, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future sets. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. I thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. It just means everything to me. And if you've been subscribed, I love you guys so much. So I'm moving over to my pinky, and my pinky is going to be the same thing, a full nail of pretty much just all of the glitters encapsulated on this one. So I'm going to apply each of the fine glitters, the 4 pointed stars, and the pink maple leaves. And then once everything is set, I give it a 30-second cure. So again, for my thumb, I am going in with that base gel, and I'm going to do this one as an ombre as well, but like starting from the free edge and blending down towards the cuticle. And it's just the same thing, you know, all of the glitters that I did take aside to use, just placing them randomly all over this nail, giving it a pop of pink. And y'all know pink is my favorite color, so I always typically try to do sets like this each year. I might have did something close to this last year, not exactly, but I know like pink themed fall nails versus, you know, the typical browns and nudes that we see. And I just love the versatility when I get those different maple leaf little glitters, and they have like the popping colors like blue, green, you know, well, green is like a typical one, like, but blue, I know I did a really nice set like that. Like, I don't know, but if y'all haven't checked my previous videos out, y'all definitely should. I put a lot of work into all of my videos, and yeah, I really love this. This is really therapeutic, very fun to me. To be able to just come in and do something like a freestyle and just go with the flow, for me, it's just absolutely amazing. But going back to this, to applying the polygel now, I'm going in on the middle finger with that pink, and I'm going to apply that just to the nail bed area to blend up for that ombre effect. Now, with this particular finger, the pink was a little more broad, like you can really see it, versus the index. But for that index, I basically could have just built it up a bit more to make it darker. I just didn't have a problem with it being, you know, as transparent as it was. It was okay. It kind of threw me off at first, but I was fine with it, and I really didn't want to build it up because I typically don't like really thick nails. Like, I want my nail obviously to have strength, and it does, but I just don't like them super thick. And sometimes I worry, like I put too little, but then when I go to take them off, like I have to cut them off. Oh, they're too thick to cut. So I know I've done the job, even if they look a little thin to me. So now I'm going in on my ring finger, and I'm doing the 2-bead method because this is going to be a full clear nail. And I'm taking the clear from your sugar, and I am just patting that into place. So with the bead, I started it from where the nail tip and the natural nail meet, all the way down to the free edge. I am using base gel on the clear, and then I'm just going ahead and just patting and smoothing all of that into place. So right here off, you know, rip, it looks really clear. I like the clearness here. I don't know how I felt about it once I finished. Like with clear sets, I try to be extra cautious not to use too much of a slip solution no matter what I'm using. Because to me it does like kind of distort it and cause it not to be as clear. So I try not to go overboard with any, you know, slip solution that I may use when using a clear polygel, because the purpose obviously is for it to be nice and clear. And of course, if you're using too much of any product, of course you can distort stuff. So I just try to use as minimal as possible, but enough to make the product very easy to manage. So once the first bead is set, I'm now going in with the second bead by the cuticle. And for my second bead, I normally like do a pretty good amount. And I start by the cuticle, make that nice and flushed, and then I pull around. So I leave the center of the bead pretty high and just pull around and blend it into the first already cured bead, and then I would give that a 30-second cure. And for me, these nails are like the perfect like thickness and strength that I need. Again, on my pinky, it's going to be a full clear nail, and I typically don't do a 1 bead method, but for this nail, I wanted to try it. It's been a while since I've done it, so I just applied the bead from the cuticle to the free edge. And right now, you see me patting everything in and trying to get it, you know, nice and even over the nail first. And then once I get everything evenly distributed over the nail, I'm going to go in and just smooth everything out. And I actually think I used alcohol on this. I think I did. I used my 91% alcohol. And I think I would just want to see the difference because the last nail set that I just previously did with the gold, it was definitely base gel. But this time I wanted to try the 91% alcohol with this clear from Mirror Sugar just to see exactly how it turns out. And I think it was okay. I feel like I could have added a bit more glitters on my pinky and a few other places, but I still liked it overall. So for the thumb, I'm doing the same thing. This pink is going to play like the nail bed. So I'm putting a pretty good amount there. I'm going to take my time and pat it into place around the cuticle first, making sure that's nice and flushed. And then I'm going to just blend this bead right up over those glitters to create that ombre effect. And then once it's set how I would like, I do give it a 30-second cure. For my middle finger, I'm going in with the clear now to encapsulate all of those glitters, and also just to like kind of go over. So like I'll blend it a little bit back into the cuticle as well to cap all of that in, so that when I do go to file, shape, and buff, nothing is going to get filed off. Very important as well when you're encapsulating glitters with polygel, you want to make sure you're adding enough polygel so that you're fully covering all of the glitters that you do apply. Again, so that when you go into file, shape, and buff, you're not going to file any of those glitters off. Everything will be nice and smooth and very easy to file. So every morning I take my kids to school, and me and my oldest, a lot of times she likes to go to Wawa and get like a drink for the morning and like a breakfast sandwich if she hasn't eaten at home. So this morning she decided she wants to go, and I got me a coffee instead of making one at home because like I'm taking her anyways. I might as well get a coffee at Wawa. But she got a new drink they have. So it's like a peppermint cookies and cream or something like that. And I took a sip of that drink this morning, y'all, and I wanted to trade drinks with my girl. Like, I kept drinking it, and she was like, okay, Mom, that's enough. But let me tell y'all, I love anything with peppermint bark. So Christmas is like my all-time favorite time of the year. And peppermint barks, it just does something to me. It is like so perfect. And this has peppermint bark in it, Oreo cookie pieces. It is like amazing. I have to go get me one tonight, and I am currently drinking it, and I am in love with this drink. So back into the nail set now. I'm going to go ahead and add the clear to the index, which is going to be the last finger that I have not done yet. And we're basically just encapsulating those glitters as well as just completing the ombre. So we're going to bring this all the way up to kind of just cap everything in again, so that when it's time to file, it files very well. Once I got this exactly how I wanted it, I did cure for 30 seconds in the lamp. I forgot about my poor thumb, and we all tend to do that. But again, the last one is the thumb, where we're just encapsulating the glitters and just pretty much covering everything to an evenness to where it's easy to file. If you've never used polygel, I can definitely say this is totally beginner friendly. It is what I started with when I started to do my own nails. I just found it to be the easiest with no harsh smells or anything like that. And for me, typically that's the best part of polygels. I don't have to deal with monomer or anything like that. And then I've gotten so good to that I can do several nails at a time and cure one time, as opposed to doing one nail cure. Like, that would be the only downside, I would say, is like all of the in and out of the lamp. But other than that, I love Polygel, and this is how they look with just the application. Off camera, I did file shape and buff, and for it being my non-dominant hand, I did a pretty great job. So y'all know I'm not going to leave the nails alone just like this. So we're going to go in and just add in some extra goodness to the nails. And I'm using my Macart rhinestone glue. And I am just going to go in and just add all sorts of things to these nails. And I will let you watch. And I said all sorts of things, but y'all, I didn't add much. I just added like a cuticle cuff on my middle finger, a cuticle cuff on my thumb. So like the same placement I'm doing right now on my middle is going to also play a role on my thumb. And I'm not going to show it because it's repetitive like we're watching me do it now. So it's okay. I didn't feel the need to do it again. And then the only other thing I did do was add some rhinestones to my ring finger as well. So like on my ring finger, I just added random dots in between like the glitters with my rhinestone glue. And wherever I added a dot, I did go ahead and place a rhinestone on it. The rhinestones I'm using, I got off Amazon. There's some like darker pink rhinestones. And I really love this particular shade of pink. It's like everything for me. That's what made me get them when I did get them. But I've had them for a while. If I can find them, I will definitely link them down below for you. But again, I'm just going in and randomly placing the rhinestones right where I placed any of that nail glue. And then I'll give that a full 30-second cure. So as promised, I'm going in with the Your Sugar Top Gel. And I'm going to go ahead and just top coat all of the nails. Watch that glitter come to life. And off camera, I cure it. After I top coat, I cure for about 30 seconds. And then off camera, I do apply a cuticle oil. And I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here is the finished set. Super cute, very vibrant. This day there wasn't a lot of sun, so I was kind of mad I did like an outside versus an inside. But I did like how the nails came out, and I like just enjoyed looking at them all week. Comment down below and let me know what you think of this really cute pink fall nail set. And if you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next one. Remember to be the best you that you can be, and much love to you all.